Hi, welcome. I'm going to do a short video here. I'm just going to show you how to sign up for MindTap. This is going to be very important, and so I think it's important now as we begin the course if you would sign up for it. If you come in here to the course, this is, you're in here. You should have clicked this link here to MindTap, and there'll be this video you're watching, which is not the same because I haven't made the video, so I haven't embedded it. But it says here, this is what you're watching. But basically what you're doing is when you come back here to the modules, if you come back to the page before it, there's this little thing that says Logic 01 Spring 2021. That will link to MindTap, which is a Cengage product. When you purchase the textbook, which you could have purchased in the bookstore, you can also purchase it online. Although I recommend the bookstore because you can use your financial aid. It also it also supports, something at the college that also will support other students and helps other students. I mean, I always encourage you to send your business there if possible. And I think they will charge you the same amount for that code as anywhere else. So, I'd recommend you do that. But as we go along later in the semester, you'll come down here and there'll be lots of links. These are the readings in the textbook. Now you can read the book on your own, but whenever you click one of these links, you will be launched into Cengage, and it will bring up the textbook that we're using. And you can just read the textbook here. As you do that, you can kind of flip through the pages, read the textbook. One nice thing is if you do want them to read it to you, you can click this and it will actually read. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's actually reading the textbook. And usually, sometimes that's nice to have. Other ones will allow you to speed it up, but this one, I don't see it giving that ability. But, it's sometimes nice to just kind of have it read along. But that's the textbook. That's where you'll do your readings, as well as you can also do it on your own. And then when you're done with these, if you want to close, you can go into other items here that are due. You can do extra assignments if you want, Applia, and then there's learning logic. And this is where you're going to need this. If you bought just a textbook, you need to go back and purchase the course, basically, access, the MindTap access. So later on in the semester, you're also, in module 2 and later, you'll also have these learning logic tutorials and these Applia assignments. I'll talk about those a little bit more later. But if you click this link right here, this just takes you to the main MindTap page. When you click it, when I click it, it will say, you got to launch a new window. I hit OK. And then it will just simply open, basically just the opening of the course. The nice thing is once you connect, once you do that once, when you do it, it'll ask you to log into MindTap. Now, if you've used MindTap before, you have a MindTap login. If you've never used MindTap before, then you're going to need to create a MindTap login. That's fairly simple. Once you do that, then it'll ask you for the Connect access code, or you can purchase it from them. Like I said, I'd recommend purchasing it from the bookstore. And if you did purchase it from the bookstore, they did give you that code, so don't go buying it. So you have the code, and you enter that code. And once you've done that, it will automatically connect your login from Canvas into MindTap. So every time you click a link, any of those links I showed you below, it will automatically take you in. That will take you into your account. Just like when I click that, it said you have to open a new tab. But once I opened that new tab, I was in it. I didn't have to log in. I didn't have to do anything. So the nice thing about that is you won't ever have to log in again. Now, you won't have it just go in there. You'll have to go through some steps. So if you go back to this page where you're watching this video, or you follow the link to this video, there's a thing down here. Here's a link to the video about accessing it. If you click that, this will take you to a little MindTap video that will explain how it is that you access the material. It's not very long, but it'll kind of walk you through the steps of, then you hit continue, things like that. So that's how you do it. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any problems, I would like for you to do this, today, now that you're watching this, the first week of class. You won't actually use it till the second week of class, but I would like for you to get in, and that way if you have a problem, you can let me know. Now, the nice thing is is Cengage does offer 2 free weeks. So if you don't have your code yet, or you aren't sure you want to take the class, I think even if you drop the class for 2 weeks, they will refund your money. I guess you need to check on the refund that they should refund it, but for 2 weeks, you don't have to pay and you can access anything in the course. As a matter of fact, we're going to use this over and over again. If you really wanted to in the next 2 weeks, you could go through and complete every single assignment in MindTap, and then you wouldn't have to pay for it. It is completely free for the first 2 weeks. However, there's hardly any chance, unless you just eat, sleep, and die on logic for the next 2 weeks, you're going to manage to get through all the lessons. If you want to, that's up to you. But for the rest of us mere mortals, we'll just settle for paying. But anyway, and I will have your respect if you do that. You'd be the first person to ever do that, and I would greatly admire that. But anyway, basically, there's the story. So don't worry about it. If you don't have if you haven't purchased the code, go ahead and sign up and connect it, and then add the code within the next 2 weeks. If you want to purchase it there, you can, although I recommend the bookstore, but there's no real positive or negative that I know of from one to the other than if you are on financial aid, you can use your financial aid in the bookstore. And I think that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully you'll get in and be working your way through it.